Hello everyone, my name is Aishwarya Jain. So today I'll be discussing about the topic types of mortgages which is relevant for your upcoming JIB exam 2023. So before starting with the session, I would like to inform you that we are providing full-fledged course of JIB 2023 free for the first batch. So to join that batch, you have to join our Telegram group for which the link is given in the description box. So let's just start with the session. So first we'll discuss about what is mortgage. I have already discussed what is mortgage in my previous lectures, but again, in short, I would like to inform you that mortgage comes under Section 58 in the Transfer of Property Act 1882. So a mortgage is a transfer of an interest in a specific immovable property for the purpose of securing the payment of money advanced or to be advanced by the way of loan, an existing or future debt, or the performance of an engagement which may give rise to pecuniary liability. So pecuniary liability is a legal obligation. So जब भी एक बैंक लोन सेंशन करता है, तो जब बैंक एक इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी को, ऐसी प्रॉपर्टी जिसको बैंक मूव नहीं कर सकता है, जैसे कि घर, प्रॉपर्टी, तो जब भी बैंक एक इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी को ऐसा कोलैटरल रखता है, so that in case of default and the borrower is unable to repay the loan amount, bank can recover the loan by selling that immovable property. For example, I've already told you, like loan against property. So here the ownership remains with the owner, that is the borrower. It is not transferred to the bank. जो ownership है और जो possession है वो borrower के पास ही रहता है. The only bank जो क्या करता है वो सिर्फ एक collateral, as a collateral उस property को mortgage कर देता है. So here only it is a transfer of an interest in that specific immovable property. The transferor is called the mortgager, that is the borrower. The transferee is called a mortgagee. Here, the mortgagee is bank. And the principal money and interest of which the payment is secured for the time being is called the mortgage money. जो principal और जो interest amount होती है उस loan की उसको बोलते हैं mortgage money. And the instrument by which the transfer is effected is called a mortgage deed. So further we'll be discussing about the types of mortgages. So there are 6 types of mortgages. First is simple, second English, third is usufructuary, fourth is mortgage by the deposits of title deeds, sixth is mortgage by conditional sale, and sixth is anomalous mortgage. So we'll be discussing about them one by one. Simple mortgage. When we talk about simple mortgage, it is a mortgage which, if we register this mortgage with the sub-registrar's office, we call it a registered mortgage. So here the registration is required in case of simple mortgage. The possession and ownership remains with the borrower, where without delivering the possession of the mortgaged property, the mortgager, that means the borrower, bind himself personally to pay the mortgage money, which is the principal and the interest, and agrees expressly or impliedly that in the event of his failing to pay according to his contract, the mortgagee shall have the right to cause the mortgaged property to be sold and the proceeds of the sale to be applied so far as may be necessary in the payment of the mortgaged money, principal and interest. The transaction is called a simple mortgage and the mortgagee a simple mortgagee. So here the possession and ownership is with the borrower, only the interest is transferred and the bank gets a right to sell the mortgage property in case of default by the borrower of both principal and interest amount. The proceeds of the sale is to be applied in the payment of the mortgaged money. Whatever money comes over from that mortgage money, it will be returned to the mortgage owner. The transaction is called a simple mortgage. तो जो भी इस प्रॉपर्टी को बेच के पैसा आता है, बैंक पहले अपना लोन अमाउंट, दैट इज प्रिंसिपल और जो इंटरेस्ट होता है वो उसको रिकवर कर लेता है, और जो भी उससे अगर कुछ भी उसके ऊपर पैसा बचता है तो बैंक वो पैसा बोरोवर को रिटर्न कर देता है अपनी लोन की रिकवरी करने के बाद. When we talk about mortgage by conditional sale, here under such mortgage, the mortgager ostensibly sells the property to the mortgagee on certain condition. So here जो ओनर होता है वो सेल कर देता है प्रॉपर्टी बैंक को, पर लेकिन ये कंडीशनल सेल होती है, टोटल ओनरशिप ट्रांसफर नहीं होता है. तो ये सेल कंप्लीट तभी होती है जब कुछ कंडीशंस मीट हो जाती हैं, और अगर कंडीशन नहीं मीट होती है जो सेल होती है वापस से रिटर्न हो जाती है. सो कुछ कंडीशंस है जैसे कि ऑन फेलियर टू रीपे द मॉर्गेज मनी बिफोर अ सर्टेन डेट द सेल शेल बिकम ऑब्सोल्यूट. तो जो बोरोवर है जो उसकी सेल है बैंक को वो ऑब्सोल्यूट तब होगी जब वो पेमेंट पूरी नहीं करेगा. On failure to repay the mortgage money before a certain date, the sale shall become obsolete, or on the condition that on such repayment of the mortgage money, the sale shall become void. अगर वो पेमेंट नहीं करता है तो वो सेल ऑब्सोल्यूट हो जाएगी, और अगर जो बॉरोवर है वो पेमेंट कर देता है तो वो सेल null and void हो जाएगी. And on the condition on such repayment being made, the mortgage shall retransfer the property. और जब वो पेमेंट कर देता है बॉरोवर तो बैंक वापस से उस प्रॉपर्टी को रीट्रांसफर कर देता है बॉरोवर के नाम पे. In such a case, the mortgage is a mortgage by conditional sale. So here the sale will become void if payment is made, otherwise it will become obsolete. So next we'll talk about usufructuary mortgage. Here where the mortgagor delivers possession. So here the possession is also delivered. The mortgagor delivers possession or expressly or by implication binds himself to deliver possession of the mortgaged property to the mortgagee. तो यहाँ पर जो borrower है वो अपना जो possession transfer कर देता है बैंक को, mortgagee को. Okay, so the owner is giving the possession to the bank itself. Possession is either given immediately or he is promising to give it in the future, and authorizes bank to retain such possession until the payment of the mortgaged money is recovered. So here what happened is जो borrower होता है वो अपनी प्रॉपर्टी का पोजीशन बैंक को ट्रांसफर कर देता है, और उस प्रॉपर्टी से जो भी इनकम जनरेट होती है, फॉर एग्जांपल जो भी रेंट या प्रॉफिट उस प्रॉपर्टी से जनरेट होता है, बैंक उस प्रॉफिट या रेंट को अपने लोन को रिकवर करने में यूज करती है. सो बैंक जो भी रिसीव करती है रेंट एंड प्रॉफिट विच इज एक्रूइंग फ्रॉम दैट प्रॉपर्टी और एनी पार्ट, so such rent and profits is to be appropriated in the lieu of interest or in the payment of the mortgage money, or partly in lieu of the interest and partly in the payment of the mortgaged money. The bank will take possession of the property as well as collect the rent. The bank can recover the principal interest from the rent, and if bank recovers the entire payment, then it will transfer the ownership back. It will transfer the possession back to the owner, and this transaction is called the usufructuary mortgage. तो जो बोरोवर होता है अपना पोजीशन ट्रांसफर कर देता है और बैंक उसके एंड ऑफ प्रॉफिट से अपने लोन की अमाउंट को रिकवर करता है, और जब उसकी लोन की अमाउंट रिकवर हो जाती है वो वापस से उसको ट्रांसफर कर देता है बोरोवर के पास. दैट इज कॉल्ड यूसुफ्रक्चुअरी मॉर्गेज. Now we'll talk about English mortgage. Under the English mortgage, the borrower or the mortgager binds himself to repay the mortgage money loan on a certain date. So he transferred the mortgage property absolutely to the mortgagee. तो इस केस में वो पूरी प्रॉपर्टी को ट्रांसफर कर देता है बैंक के नाम पे, but subject to a provision that he will retransfer to the mortgager upon the payment of the mortgage money as agreed. The transaction is called in English mortgage. So here the total ownership is transferred. The borrower makes the bank or the lender the owner. तो जो borrower है वो बैंक और लेंडर जो भी है उसको ओनर बना देता है. बट इसमें एक प्रोविजन होता है कि जो बैंक है वापस से रीट्रांसफर कर देगा बोरोवर के नाम पर जब बोरोवर पूरी पेमेंट कर देगा मॉर्गेज मनी की, विच इज द प्रिंसिपल एंड इंटरेस्ट. So that is called English mortgage. So in this, first ownership gets transferred to the bank, and later when the payment is completed, the bank transfers the ownership back. So when we talk about the sixth one, which is fifth one, mortgage by the deposit of title deeds or equitable mortgage. In such a mortgage, the mortgager delivers the title document of the property to the mortgagee with an intention to create a security thereon. So it is most common in India. Whenever you take a loan, the bank keeps the documents of your property. ये बहुत कॉमन है, जब भी आप एक लोन लेते हो बैंक आपके प्रॉपर्टी के कागज अपने पास जमा कर लेता है. तो दैट आर कॉल्ड द डॉक्यूमेंट्स ऑफ टाइटल. So here, the owner delivers the creditor or his agent the documents of title of the immovable property. So here the title deed or the main property documents is deposited with the bank to create a security. In this case, no registration is required and neither no stamp duty is paid. So it is a very simple process wherein a borrower can take a loan from the bank. So mostly it is used to take an emergency or urgency loan from the bank. So here all the property documents will be with the bank itself, and in case of default, the bank can sell the property after taking the order from the court. So it is a very simple process to take the loan from the bank. Here the right of redemption is available to the mortgager or the borrower So in case of full payment, the borrower has the right of redemption. Next, we'll talk about anomalous mortgage. Anomalous mortgage is a mortgage which is not a simple mortgage, which is not a mortgage by conditional sale, neither an usufructuary mortgage, nor an English mortgage, and nor a mortgage by the depositor title deeds in the meaning of this section. So here it is a mortgage जो हमने ऊपर जितने भी 5 टाइप ऑफ मॉर्गेजेस पढ़े हैं, ये मॉर्गेज इनसे बहुत अलग है. इसमें क्या होता है, 2-3 मॉर्गेजेस को या तो कॉम्बाइन करके मॉर्गेज बनता है. द मॉर्गेज इज कस्टमाइज करके मॉर्गेज जो क्रिएट करा जाता है 2-3 मॉर्गेजेस को मिला के, हम उसको बोलते हैं एनोमलस मॉर्गेज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर हम यूसुफ्रक्चरी और सिंपल मॉर्गेज को मिला दें और हम प्रॉपर्टी को ट्रांसफर ना करें, बॉरोवर पोजीशन अपने पास ही रखे और प्रॉफिट देता रहे, या उससे जो भी इनकम जनरेट होगी उस प्रॉपर्टी से वो बैंक को देता रहे, वो पोजीशन बॉरोवर अपने पास ही रखे. सो दैट इज अ मिक्सचर ऑफ यूसुफ्रक्चरी प्लस सिंपल मॉर्गेज. सिंपल मॉर्गेज में पोजीशन बैंक के पास रहता है, यूसुफ्रक्चरी केस में जो रेंट है, जो भी उसका प्रॉफिट है, वो बैंक लेता रहता है. तो अनॉमलस इज एन मिक्सचर ऑफ 2 or 3 mortgages. Next, we'll talk about some of the questions that are important. The one who mortgages his or her property is also known as, जो अपनी प्रॉपर्टी मॉर्गेज करता है उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं, बोरोवर. द बोरोवर इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज द डेटर. So the correct answer is D. Each of the following mortgages, the mortgagor is required to deliver the possession of the mortgaged property to the mortgagee. तो possession हम कौन से केस में डिलीवर कर देते हैं? It happens in the case of usufructuary mortgage. The correct answer is C. Right of redemption arises in the case of mortgage. तो अगर borrower ने payment अपनी कर दिया full, तो right of redemption arises. So the correct answer is B. Under which of the following sections of the Transfer of Property Act the English mortgage has been defined? So under the English Mortgage Act, it has been defined under section, the correct answer is 58E. The correct answer is A. So when we talk about 58B, it applies to simple mortgage. 58C, it applies to mortgage by conditional sale. When we talk about 58F, it applies to equitable mortgage. Here the question is asking about the English mortgage. So the correct answer is A, 58B. Under the Transfer of Property Act, which of the following mortgages, the value of ₹100 or above is not compulsorily registrable? कौन से mortgage के अंदर registration इतना compulsory नहीं होता है? That is mortgage by the depositor title deeds. The correct answer is B. So mortgage by the depositor title deeds is also called as the equitable mortgage. Which of the following mortgages can be made without writing registration? I already told you it's a equitable mortgage. The correct answer is A. Mortgage in which, without delivering the possession of the mortgaged property, the mortgagor binds himself personally to pay the mortgaged money is known as, the correct answer is C, simple mortgage. Thank you so much for watching the session.